Good morning, everyone. This is Sarah with the Pickaway County Library, and I'm here to bring you our baby toddler story time. We're going to start out with a song called Good Morning. Are you ready? This is to the tune of Shoo Fly Don't Bother Me. Here we go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Are you ready for some fun? Stand up and turn around, then sit down on the ground. Give me a great big clap. Now fold your hands into your lap. Good job. Let's do that one more time and see if you can stand up and sit down when the song tells you to. Here we go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Are you ready for some fun? Stand up and turn around, then sit down on the ground. Give me a great big clap. Now fold your hands into your lap. Good job. Thank you for singing that along with me. The next thing we're going to do today is read our story together. Our book today is Who's Awake in Springtime? And it's written by Phillis Gershator, and we're reading today's book with permission from Macmillan Publishers. Who's Awake in Springtime? Down, down goes the sun, and down in the sea fish find a safe place to hide. Who's asleep? Not I, says the minnow. In a pond by the sea, ducks tuck their heads under their wings. Who's asleep? Not I, says the duckling. In the tall green grass near the pond by the sea, turtles pull their heads and tails into their shells. Who's asleep? Not I, says the little turtle. In a garden near the grass, near the pond by the sea, bees buzz home. Who's asleep? Not I, says the busy bee. In the branches of a leafy tree, near the garden, near the grass, near the pond by the sea, birds nestle in their nests. Who's asleep? Not I, says the baby jay. In a patch of clover, near the leafy tree, near the garden, near the grass, near the pond by the sea, cats curl up and close their eyes. Who's asleep? Not I, says the kitten. In a bush near the clover, near the leafy tree, near the garden, near the grass, near the pond by the sea, caterpillars spin their silken beds. Who's asleep? Not I, says the small green caterpillar. Over in the meadow where wildflowers grow, up, up comes the moon, and down below, near the bush, near the clover, near the leafy tree, near the garden, near the grass, near the pond by the sea, sheep huddle and cuddle in their warm wool coats. Who's asleep? Not I, says the lamb. Not I, the sheep all say. Not I, we like to play. Sheep follow sheep, jumping high, jumping low. Sheep follow sheep. Now where did they go? To sleep, the sheep went to sleep. Then who's awake? Not the sheep, not the caterpillars, not the cats, not the birds in the leafy tree, not the bees, not the turtles, not the ducks, not the fish down in the sea. Is anyone awake? I am. Then come jump into bed, my sweet little lamb. Good night. I hope you enjoyed our story. Thank you for reading along with me. This book and lots of others are available in the Youth Services Department and are ready and available for pickup or to be placed on hold. So get online or come in and see us and choose some books to read at home. For the next part of our story time today, we'll be using our sensory bin. In our sensory bin today, we're going to need some shredded paper or some Easter grass, some toy insects, and a magnifying glass if you have one available. Let's see how we're going to use all these items together. For today's sensory bin, we have some leftover Easter grass here in green. You could use any color you like, or you could use some shredded paper that you have on hand. Anything will work. Then I also have some toy insects. You could also cut some pictures from magazines if you don't have any insect toys. And if you have a large child-safe magnifying glass, you could also use this for this activity. Allow your little ones to search in the grass and see if you can match up any of your bugs by color, size, or even a second bug of the same kind. So if we find our ladybug in here, we can match it up with the ladybug we have here on the table. And you can put all of them in. I've left one of each bug out for our younger friends that may need help matching them together. This makes it a little bit easier when you're starting off. You can show your little ones how to use a magnifying glass if you have one. You can even take pictures and zoom in on your phone. That could work the same way as well. This is a great activity to practice object permanence. So if they can't see them, that they know they're still in there. Using their fine motor skills to dig through that grass to find them, and learning new names for the creatures around us. So we have our butterflies and our ladybugs and our grasshoppers. You could also use your magnifying glass or your camera outdoors as well and see if you can locate any insects outside that might be living near or around your home or your neighborhood. The next thing we're going to do today is our activity. For our activity today, we're going to use some lily pads to practice counting and moving our bodies. We've provided a printable lily pad, just like this, on our Facebook post to make this even easier. You can choose to print these out on white paper, which is what I've done, or some green cardstock, or you can draw your own on construction paper, whatever you prefer. I printed them on white so that then you could also practice coloring them in. So I've done a dark green and a light green. You can practice counting by adding numbers to each one and having your little ones place a matching number of stickers on each as well. If you just have some small stickers and you've labeled one with a number 1, then you just put 1 sticker on that. See if they can match up those numbers. I've made 10 lily pads in dark green and light green, and you can stick those to the floor using a piece of painter's tape so that your little one can practice stepping or jumping or crawling onto each one without slipping on the floor. As you play together, you can practice counting up from 1 to 10 or backwards from 10 to 1. If your little one can recognize their numbers, you can even call out a number and they can run to it or hop onto that lily pad as they play. There are so many ways you can use these. It's very open-ended. We'd love for you to share it with us if you come up with any new ideas that we haven't given you already. For our craft today, you'll need 1 paper plate. You can get these already colored in yellow, or you can use some plain white ones, some yellow and black paint, or markers, or even crayons, a black or blue piece of paper, and 1 googly eye. Let's see how we're going to put this all together to make our own bumblebees. The first thing you're going to need to do is to color or paint your paper plate yellow with black stripes. You can pre-draw the lines, which I have done here already, so that your little one can just color them in. So I've just used a yellow and black marker. And then you're also going to need 2 fairly oval shapes for your wings of your bumblebee as well. So I have one already put together here. You can choose to use paint as well. I've just used markers just for convenience, and then it does dry a lot faster. So I've colored in every other stripe black and every other stripe yellow. And then I've just attached the 2 wings here at the top, overlapping slightly, and 1 googly eye at the front. Now I have just attached these wings with a couple pieces of tape on the back, but you can choose to glue those on as well. We would love to see some pictures of your bumblebees if you would like to share them with us on our Facebook post. I hope you enjoyed our story time today and that you'll join us again next week as we continue to read and learn together. Bye!